Palmer, everybody. Come on, give it up for Bradley Palmer. He is as funny as he is tall, and he's sexy, and was it £1 for each one?
3 pounds.
He can swim! Yay! Sorry, was it Ben and Holly?
Yes.
How many times have you had the Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom reference thrown at you?
You know what? I've been waiting for this.
I'm the first.
You are the first.
No, it's great. I'm happy to be your first. For those of you who have no idea if you have little kids, Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom is a TV show. They're friends, but there's some sexual chemistry going on. Obviously, this is Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, the grown-up version. Since I'm your first son, she said. It's a BBC version. Those of you who know, those of you that know what I'm talking about, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, I'll go on to my set in a second, but the whole BBC thing. I have 3 kids. One's 12, one's 10, one's 1. The 10-year-old in the car, with my wife in the car as well, goes, what does BBC mean? Now, my wife is about to explain what BBC means, except I snigger, and my 12-year-old sniggers. So I go, how the fuck do you know what BBC means? He says, I don't know why I laughed. I laughed because you laughed, so that's why I'm saying, go Google. No, actually don't Google it. Don't Google it. I'm like, no, Marcus, thank you very much. Now I'm fired because I use my work computer to do that. I'm Marcus. I turned 40 last month, and the weirdest thing, it's not that old, but it is weird because I'm having conversations with adults who are half my age, and they don't get most of my references. For example, my nephew, right, he's 25. When I talk about floppy disk, he thinks I have erectile dysfunction. And it's weird when he slips me 2 pills, winks at me and says, go get your hard drive back. I remember cleaning this motherfucker's nappies, okay? Fair enough, I may have reacted badly when he said that, but I have issues I need to try and deal with. Also, turning 40, I figured I had to revise my bucket list. Because unless my wife gets real cool real quick, a threesome with our new neighbor is out of the question. My wife doesn't like it when I joke about me dying first. Because according to her, it's her preference that for our 3 boys, she dies first. Her words. But I don't believe her. Because she gets real pissed off when I kick her out of bed at night to go investigate the noise downstairs. Because I believe in gender equality, right? I believe that my wife has just about enough rights as I do to get stabbed up by a butler. Seriously. But I also am, I sense the judgment. I turn around, I just looked at her. I do believe in chivalry as well. I see, you're in a relationship? He got very tense there. He's like, don't come this way. I believe in chivalry, okay? I will happily hold open the door while she walks her ass downstairs. But my wife and I have what my mother refers to as a mutually antagonistic relationship. We've been together for 15 years. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, no, you're right, absolutely right. Is not the right word. My mother has referred to us as mutually antagonistic because we take the piss out of each other just for jokes. For example, I did that old bit where I said to her, I did the calculation, and if I got arrested for manslaughter on our wedding day, I'd be a free man now. To which she replies, yes. And with that ass, would have had more sex in jail. I'm gonna give it to her, right? Say what you will about this and about this, but my ass game is tight. Oh, seriously. I see, you saw that. I saw he's like, I'm not, but are you? You can touch it if you want to. Just for research purposes. Yeah, it's like, oh, wow, that's good. I've been working on this. Every year when I revise my CV, under skills and abilities, I just take a Polaroid from my ass, and I just put it right there, and it gets me every job every time. So, it's working. I said to my wife, for my 40th birthday, maybe I get to sleep with another woman. She said, great, you pick the woman, I'll drive you to her house, I'll wait outside for 5 minutes, and I'll drive you back home afterwards. She once said to me, in front of company, that the best orgasm she had in our marriage was once when she was on top and I was at work. I told that joke on stage, and a friend of mine, Philippa, keeps asking me, when am I going to work next? And I'm like, no, it's okay, Philippa, just stay away from my house, it's okay. So, I have 2 older brothers. They're both divorced. And my wife hates it when I hang out with them because she thinks that I'll get to see what happy looks like. I'm kidding. I am actually happy in my relationship. I am. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I am. Well, happy's a strong word. I'm content. let me poll the room here. I've never done this, so I don't know what I'm going to get from this, so I'm going to try this. I asked the last time and you kind of didn't want to answer, so I'm going to ask Ben and Holly. Ben and Holly, you've been in a relationship for 2 years, right? Ben, have you ever told Holly that you are content in your relationship?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Holly, what was the reaction? Oh, is that the case? Or is it, have I triggered a conversation when you're going home? What do you mean by content? Yes, man, what do you mean by content? The reason I ask is because my wife and I were having a conversation. This isn't a bit, this is real, and I'm trying to get, this is my therapy session. She asked me, she was like, yeah, I'm happy in the relationship. What about you? And I said, no, I'm content. And she was no longer happy in the relationship. I don't know why that's such a trigger word. Content, it's great, right? It's like, this is content. This is happy. Content? Happy. You try walking around like this all day and don't want to kill somebody. If you don't kill somebody, you are a psychopath waiting to snap and kill somebody. So, I don't know, I'm going to take my polling results, I'm going to take it back to my wife and say, Ben and Holly have said that content is fine in a relationship. Is that good? Yeah. I apologize now for the conversation that you're going to be having because Holly looked at me and she was like, thank you for asking that question because now I get to ask him some more. Alright, I'm going to ask a very, very weird question. Not like the other ones haven't been weird. Does anybody here remember the first time they masturbated to completion? Rashid? He started with you. So, to be honest, right, I was planning on asking Ben and Holly, but he zeroed in on you. One name stuck in my head. So, is it okay? And put it this way, I'm not going to fold when we talk about software engineering because I know about software engineering, so we can go down that conversation. We work with everybody else, but I'm pretty sure the rest of them want to find out if you remember the first time you masturbated. Just my poll. Do you want to hear the first time, Rashid? Yes!
I don't remember.
You don't? Okay.
Not completely.
All the times before that we didn't get there, we remember them. The reason I ask is because I do. I remember myself. I don't remember the exact date. I'm not a complete psychopath. So. It was in 1997. It was like late August, around evening time. My mother was out in the garden putting out the laundry, and I was flicking through the cable weekly TV guide. Any of you remember that when your mom would get? Yeah, some of you are old enough to remember when to plan what you're going to watch for the week. Your mom goes and buys a magazine from the corner shop, and then you have to circle and whatnot. Not like the Sky Planner and stuff that you have these days. Yeah, we actually had hard copy stuff. Those of you who remember those things, what is on the back couple of pages? Yes, exactly. Someone said, yep, that's it. Porn sites and adverts for the adult channels. And that particular week, the Playboy channel were doing a special with Pamela Anderson. I looked at Pamela Anderson looked at me, and Private Pedro, that's what I used to call my penis, said, hi. Private Pedro. He was naive and green. Only action he'd seen was basic training. Unlike Major General Pedro, retired, that I had, who was bitter and scarred. And, we won't go there. I digress. We're talking about masturbation to completion for the first time. So myself, Private Pedro, and Pamela Anderson, we adjourned upstairs. I'm not going to bore you with the machinations of what I was doing. I won't. Okay? I can see you're worried. I won't. Especially if I keep doing my hand like this. I won't do that. Okay? I'm just going to remind you that I said this is the first time I had masturbated to completion, and so it's the first time I had seen anything other than sour apple juice come out of my penis. So this was essentially, I'm seeing lumpy Greek yogurt coming out of my penis. And it's like, Private Pedro is right there, all floppy, and I tried to hit him and just try to wake him up, and nothing's happening. I'm like, oh my God, I don't broke my dick. The next thought that popped into my head was, oh my God, what am I going to tell Mom? And I just throw the TV guide on the ground, I'm freaking out, I'm rocking, I go to the door, I put my back against it, and I'm rocking back and forth, and the only words that are popping through my head as an excuse are, I came upstairs to pee, I slipped and fell, and hit my penis on the porcelain. I came up to pee, I slipped, fell, and hit my penis on the porcelain. I came up to pee, I slipped, fell, and hit my penis on the porcelain. For 7.5 minutes, those are the only words just going through my head. Then, another thought pops into my head. I'm thinking, shit, Mom's finished with the laundry. She's probably coming inside to look for the TV guide to figure out what she's going to be watching. I scramble to find the TV guide. I see the TV guide on the floor. I grab it, I look at it, and Pamela Anderson is looking back at me. And I'm looking at Pamela Anderson. And Private Pedro says, hello. So I grabbed the TV guide, jerked off a second time, washed my hands, and went downstairs to go watch Early Edition with my mom. It was a Sunday! Yes! Yes. Getting closer. Alright, I'll keep it clean at this time. That was relatively clean. Was anyone really embarrassed about the whole masturbation thing? No? Good. Because I asked before we started, I said, are there any topics that are off limits? And they said no. Brandon suggested some stuff which we're not going to go I kind of had a feeling that he was setting me up, and so I was like, really? I'm like, no, really? He's like, yeah, no, go on, seriously, talk about this stuff. But no. I'll go with another one. I'll ask another question. Do any of you know the song that was playing when you were conceived? No? I'm waiting for the time when someone's going to say, yeah, the bass line in the alleyway behind Oceana. Oceana is a club in Kingston. None of my children were born there. But I remember the song. Flashbacks, right? I remember that, so people were like, yeah, I remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. The reason I ask is because I found out the song to which I was going. For a second I thought Rashid was like, no, he's going to ask me. It's okay, Rashid. Unless you know what song you were conceived to. Do you? No, you don't. Okay. I remember the song. I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. Marvin Gaye, get it on. The number of people walking this earth because of Marvin Gaye. Okay, those 2 lines alone, I'm pretty sure people in this front row are pregnant. just to be safe, you should want to check when you get just saying, that's not me. He's like, better check when you go home. That song was so good. My dad had it on vinyl, and I loved it so much, I put it on 2 of my sex playlists. My playlists were Masters of All Things, Slow and Seductive, Volume 1 and Volume 3. I build up my playlist, I don't want to give them random names, I give them a name, yeah, that's what it is. Masters of All Things, Slow and Seductive. Volume 1, Volume 2, 3, and so on and so forth. My kids were conceived to songs on those playlists. For example, my first kid was conceived to Usher, Nice and Slow, Volume 4. My second kid conceived. 2 Trey songs. Neighbors Know My Name. 6. That was when I went on Spotify. We went online. The 3rd kid, we scheduled the conception, so unfortunately, he was conceived to the whole music of BT Helpline. I still get a semi every time I try paying my bills. My name is Marcus Acco. Thank you very much for giving me time. And that was today's video. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the notification bell to be prompted when a new video comes out. And don't forget to follow me on social media, ION Comedy on Twitter and ION Comedy Circuit on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Okay, bye-bye.